It all started with red, blue, and yellow. Or for the Japanese, it started with red, green, and blue, I believe. And yeah, I know this is the remake. I originally play the original. Nice phone. I did originally play the original Pokemon Red version, but I didn't play it until after I played my first game in the series, Pokemon Silver. And yeah, this is the original cartridge I had. This is literally the first Game Boy Color game I ever owned. Which is funny considering people would suggest you own Crystal, because Crystal actually was meant for the Game Boy Color, whereas you could play this on a Game Boy. But it doesn't fucking matter, the shit was beat still and I loved it. And yeah, as you know, I do still own the remake. I know a lot of people say technically gold is supposed to be technically better than silver, but fuck it. Silver's my OG. And after I played the original silver, I went back and I played the original red version. And then I guess when the remake came out, I got this. So that's Gen 2. I was still on my Pokemon high back then, so obviously I'm gonna go pre-order the newest game in the series, Pokemon Sapphire. And I was so into Sapphire, I got Ruby, and I got Emerald. I love these games. These are probably my second favorite next to Silver, because I put in so many hours on these. This thing is clocked around, what is it, like 350 hours or something? And I think this is clocked at over 900 and something. Well, this is, I think the remake is more clocked around 400, I'm not sure. But yeah, there was a lot of dedication put into this one, and then I put a lot into the Emerald. I think Ruby is the one I put the least amount of time into, but I love Gen 3. Even though I know it has a lot of problems. Then we move on to 4th Gen. And yes, we start off with Diamond, and then later on, Platinum. And for any real Pokemon fan, you know these were probably the two weakest games in the series. Why? A lot of stupid design choices and a lot of boring, tedious dungeons, and just shit wasn't fun. But after these, and the funny thing is, these weren't failures by any means. Just, it's like, as a gaming fan, if you play the other generations, you really didn't want to go back and play this. I still haven't technically beaten Platinum. I've beaten all the other ones, but I haven't beaten Platinum. Because by the time I finished Diamond, I was like, I don't want to fucking play this again. And then we move on to the new generation. Our current generation. Well, I guess you could say previous generation now. Gen 5, the black version. And then White 2. And these games were fucking G. These games were fucking G as shit. Love this game. Probably my third favorite out of the series. I actually would say second, but I didn't clock that many. I didn't clock as many hours into this game. But at the same time, this game excelled in a lot of different ways. Whether it was the fact that you had unlimited TMs, they didn't force you to use HMs as much. The story, the characters, the fact that Black and White 2, you could actually catch old Pokemon for older gens, and just the integration of the gym leaders into the story. Shit was great. In terms of story, it's probably the best story in the Pokemon series. In terms of gameplay, probably my third favorite. Even though technically it has, I probably would say second, because technically it doesn't have half the shit that Gen 3 does. And then we move on to today. Yes. A new generation. And the last thing also Gen 5 stopped was, it's the last 2D Pokemon main series game. Because now we have this on the 3DS. I have my Sprite soda here. So, you guys ready for the new generation? Well, if you're not, too bad, bitch. It's already here. It's like when you look back on it, and I kind of wish I had the original red cartridge. Ironically, I did used to have the, it's probably somewhere in this room. If anyone remembers, when you pre-ordered, I think I pre-ordered it from Best Buy. If you pre-ordered Pokemon Sapphire from Best Buy, you got like this coin with either Kyogre or Groudon on it. And me, I was always a Kyogre fan over Groudon. This is what we have. We have Pokemon Y for the Nintendo 3DS. The next evolution. New Pokemon explosive 3D battles. Exploring a new majestic region. New features Pokemon Me and Super Training, which is pretty much EV training for the normal players. Granted, only the hardcore players are probably gonna fuck with this like that anyway. Connect instantly with players over the world, and our 3 starters, which I have been spoiling their final evolutions. Ironically, I still don't know which one I'm gonna pick. I have a good idea, which probably will make me end up getting X later on this year, but you know. Anyways, let's open this bitch up. We're like 5 minutes in. I haven't even opened the damn package, but it's good to do the nostalgia trip because this is a huge moment. To me, this is the equivalent of taking Mario from 2D to 3D. I mean, granted, yeah, it's 2013. Pokemon really, as an RPG, is like the last game to do this, but at the same time, it's still a big step, regardless of when it happens. Because this is pretty much saying that Black and White was our last 2D Pokemon game. And whether people like that or hate that, that's an evolution. They said that's all we can do in 2D. That's all we can do. At least for now. Trying to open this up. Oh, we actually get a manual. That's shocking. Then again, it is the Pokemon series. What's behind this? Oh, and the Torch Kit. Oh, cool. Okay, so if you buy the game, you do get the Torch Kit thing. I think there's like a code on here, which is why I'm not letting you see the whole thing. So you get the Torch Kit thing as long as you get X and Y. There's Nintendo Club stuff. And yeah, alright. So I'm not gonna mess with that. And that is the piece of resistance. Pokemon Y. Granted, I know Pokemon X has probably better exclusives in terms of Y, but Y has the better legendary. I like Evital. Nigga looks cool. And he's flying dark, which the last dark legendary we had was Darkrai, and Darkrai was But yeah, tell me, where did your humble beginnings begin on the Pokemon in the Pokemon gaming series? A lot of you probably started with Red, but me personally, I actually did start with Silver, which is why you will never see me really own a Gold. People are like, why don't you own Gold? Because Silver is the one I got. Silver is the one I grew up with. Silver is the one that got me into the series. So obviously, I have a bias for Silver for obvious reasons. But yeah, that's what we have now. And how do you guys feel about the fact that we probably won't have any more 2D games? At the same time, you could also look forward to a Pokemon Red remake in 3D. And I'm also curious to see how they're going to take some of the traditional elements of the Pokemon series, because certain HMs don't really work the same way without them changing the way they're supposed to be used. For example, cut. It's like, oh, we're going to use that on a tree. Is that going to work on every tree or just specific trees? I don't know. But I look forward to finding out, and I'm looking forward to interacting with you guys. So yeah, I think I always leave my 3DS code in the description, but I'll leave it in there again just in case. And yeah, it's time for a whole new world and a whole new generation. And y'all be on it today, so if anyone who has me on their friends list, you'll probably see me running around like a jackass. And yeah, I got it late because I wanted to get up at 8 to get it because I didn't have the, I know this is like real late in the video to bring this up, but see, I didn't have a midnight release, so I had to wait until like 8 o'clock in the morning to get it. The problem is that I overslept and I woke up at like 11 and I was like, shit. So I went and got it, and as you can see now it's 12 and I have yet to put this thing in my 3DS. And actually, for the fuck of it, I'm going to show that. We're going to go through the entire, I know I should cut this out, but no. Come on, let's go. Let's go. This is a historic moment for the Pokemon franchise. And as a gamer, it's just not right to not show that process. And yes, I do have an XL. Alright. Shimigami Tensei 4, you're going to have to take a break. For a while, actually. Let's put this in here. Where is it? Yeah. And then, finally, now we gotta do that again, because we ain't hear the sound. Wow, that is short. I actually haven't seen the opening visual, so let's watch this together. This is a historic moment. We gotta do this. I gotta upload this video before that. Game is preparing to load. Oh, I guess you have to pick the language. I'm pick. Yeah, English. Begin game. Oh, there's like no opening cutscene? They usually do an opening cutscene. Or are they just not doing that? Or should I wait? Let's wait a second. There's usually like a beginning cutscene. You know how like... Oh, maybe this is it. This is like... Oh, I guess they're just doing gameplay. Yeah, I guess they're just doing gameplay. They're not doing the traditional... This is actually a gameplay thing that's just showing off the mechanics instead of doing the like anime looking cutscene. Well, we know AGMs are back just from that scene by itself. Oh, he was just presented by Game Freak. That's cool. Oh, is this the cutscene? Yeah, it is the cutscene. Okay. I was about to say. Granted, it's still the gameplay kind of cutscene. I guess they're not playing that bullshit anymore with... Wow, they spoiled everything in this. Alright. Alright, now it's just repeating. So yes, the new Generation 6 is officially here. At least in the games. The anime will be soon to follow. Some of you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Let's go, baby. Let's go!